so fast. Haha, nothing happened. We're back. Cool. Hi, Sweecent. Would it be okay if you guys shout and or screen your narrative throughout this stream so I can hear you over 26 Eurovision contributions? Well, thank you so much for dropping by and dumping money on us, Cindy, because you have blessed me.
So many bits. Need to donate more biddies. Awesome. Spread that love, Cindy.
So much love. Eurovision is very fun. Alright, it's time for some more fan fiction. We need a translator pronto, cried Dedede. He grabbed Gooey and asked him for help, much to Magolor's distaste. Poyo, 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 said Kirby again. Is that what Kirby says?
Yes.
Poyo. Kirby said that he turned into a policeman for this very reason, translated Gooey. You mean because of the murderer? Asked Dedede. Kirby nodded. Everyone gasped because they didn't know Kirby had known about the murderer this whole time and was working to discover the thief. Only Kirby can stop evil of this magnitude, said Knuckle Joe seriously. He looked down at the photo of Fluff and began to cry. Oh man, this must be serious if Kirby is getting to be a spy, said Magolor. And then all the lights in the prom room went out at once. When they went back on again, everyone screamed when they saw Bandana D dead on the ground with a sword inside him. Puff screamed and wept for his best friend. Were you expecting that?
No.
Magolor stroked his beard-like chin. Interest. Another one bites the dust. And this time he used a sword! Cried Adeline. She started feeling sick due to the leaking blood. He always says leaking blood from Bandana D. Police Kirby walked up to Bandana D and swallowed the sword. He was now Sword Kirby.
I love this, like, all this Kirby transformation.
Goodness. Why did he eat the evidence? Asked Knuckle Joe. Because Kirby has an appetite for vengeance, said Gooey. Chapter 10, the end of prom. Magolor and everyone else left the prom. It still went on because the show must go on, but when it ended and all the punch was drinked. Says drinked. Then Dedede had to go home, and that meant having to take his date Adeline home. She was done throwing up because she got over seeing the dead Waddle-Dee body for the first time that night. Dedede was walking with his date and was nervous because he was starting to feel like being a teenager was really good. Now he could make friends and do cool teenage activities, since he couldn't due to his parents pulling him out of school and forcing him to reign Dreamland. Dedede, did you have a good time at prom? Asked Adeline, concerned. Dedede nodded in approval. I sure am sad that Prince Fluff couldn't come, and I was scared that Bandana D died, but I think the food and dancing were fun. This is the kind of fanfiction we read, folks. I kinda like being a teen now. Do you ever find a way to get back to normal? Dedede was nervous. I'm scared, Adeline, because of my snail cohort escargoon. Okay, it wasn't in quotation marks, so I didn't read it in Dedede's voice, sorry. He says that I cannot become an adult again. He'll receive the throne for my absence. Snail cohort, goodness gracious. I can see your dilemma, said Adeline. Well, we were at my house. She went inside and waved goodbye to Dedede. Oh, that's all she has to offer him, I guess. Dedede smiled, but was mad at himself for not telling her his true feelings. He headed home under the starry sky. There you are, sire, said Escargoon.
That's perfect for Escargoon. How do you know how this, like, snail talks?
It's a snail.
There you are, sire.
As he finished watering the garden, he did it late because he could see the salt on the ground better and not step on it and accidentally die, since it was a snail. Yo, replied Dedede. He's saying yo now. What happened at prom? Did you kiss a girl?
What are you?
No, I kissed no one. But Dana D got murdered. Escargoon was so scared to hear this and hear his H-E-R-E. This is a serious problem, sire.
So Escargoon's the murderer, right? Like, that's for sure.
Maybe? You never know? You just told me your friend Prince Fluff died. Now this has happened. I'm really scared for your safety. I'm glad you care, Escargoon, Dedede said, still knowing that Escargoon had a nice heart, even though he's mostly a jerk most of the time. I'm tired though, so I want to go to bed. So Dedede went to bed, and then woke up in the middle of the night to see Marx sitting by the windowsill.
Oh.
I think Marx is the one that's murdering everybody.
I don't know, I think we're supposed to suspect Marx.
Hmm.
But the one who's really benefiting...
That's true. Wario the Table Man doesn't have any, like... I mean, it could be Kirby. You know, like, it could be literally anyone.
Oh, I hope it's Kirby.
It could be literally anyone. Marx, you're back? Indeed I am. I've been hearing about the tragedies at Kirby High School, said Marx. He walked over to the bedside and handed Dedede a list of potential suspects. I have never narrowed it down to several people, said Marx illustratively. It can be you, Adeline, or Magolor. We need to find out who has the sword. Who's the prime candidate? Asked Dedede. I think it's either Kirby or the new principal, Susie. We need more evidence, though. Meet me at the gymnasium tomorrow after clubs. I know. Probably Susie. Chapter 13. The Faker. You ready for this?
Oh no. Faker?
Nice to spend.
Thanks.
Dedede left alone after his clubs with Puff, Lolo, and Adeline. He still didn't tell Adeline how he felt. He went to the gym and saw Mark shooting hoops into the basket with amazing kicks. Mark seemed really good at using his feet for sports. Mark saw Dedede and waved with his hat. He wiped his sweat onto his school jersey. Did anyone else die today? He asked his little brother. Little brother? What?
Yeah, remember he said that explicitly.
True.
I'll be your
big brother.
Yeah.
It's true. I wasn't expecting the story to call him that. Nice. Oh, it's so good. So it's can't be changed off of this setting right now.
No.
For the event.
Yeah.
It's fine. It actually is not that hard to know what's going on.
That sucks.
Alright.
Oh.
At the top. Well, at the very top.
Where were you?
Oh, wait.
Mark saw Dedede and waved with his hat. He wiped his sweat onto his school jersey. Did anyone else die today? He asked his little brother. Not that I know of, said Dedede to Marx, but we did find a mysterious note in my boy Knuckle Joe's locker.
Boy.
Dedede took out the note from his backpack. I told him I'd hold on to it, and he went home because he wasn't feeling good. I hope you didn't tell him we were meeting today. I don't want any suspects to know about this. Dedede gasped is in quotations.
Wow.
Dedede gasped. Do you think Knuckle Joe is a suspect? No, but we can't be rash about this kind of thing. This is school war, Dedede.
School war.
What have you made?
I'm gonna make a 3-wide.
Okay. This is school war.
This is school war.
Mark studied the note. It's a threat, but it doesn't look like it's from an actual murderer. What do you mean? Dedede asked, confused. This looks pretty mediocre compared to the actual crimes. I think some edgelord on school is trying to take the credit. What an awful thing to honor. This murderer is a huge criminal, said Dedede. I know. I think we need to stop by Magolor's play to get more insight. Misspelled place. To get more insight. Nice. How do you manage to not look at the screen? I'm so bad at that. I just want to watch you play the game. You're good at the video game.
Oh, that's very nice of you to read.
I think we need to stop by Magolor's place to get more insight, since he's been through this kind of stuff before. So the two went to Magolor's dumpster and showed him the note. Magolor laughed at the serious notion that some angsty teen faker was taking the murderer's credit. He laughed, because he was a very dangerous kid himself. Do you think this is an empty threat? Asked Marx. Of course. But we can't be certain unless we catch both perpetrators, said Magalore. DDD and Marks agreed, and they went with Magalore to the gym and plotted a scheming trap. Later that night, the trap was set, and Marks decided to hang back with DDD, and Magalore was live bait because he didn't care if he got caught by the murderer. He hated his life anyway.
Oh my gosh!
Right when DDD and Marks almost fell asleep, they heard Magalore shout. They jumped out from hiding and saw Magalore holding another student by the head. It was Taranza! Taranza is another, like, enemy-type character.
Okay.
This is the enemy in, Kirby Triple Deluxe.
Oh, okay.
Taranza's a weird, like, spider thing.
Okay.
Now you know what he looks like.
I do.
Okay. Looks like we caught our faker, laughed Magalore, and he pile-drove the geek into the floor. Let me go, you freaks, growled Taranza. Taranza, did you write this letter? Asked DDD, holding up the note. For Taranza, you'll see. Taranza spat webs on DDD's face and laughed. I didn't do it! What a liar. I can see you sweating so much, said Magalore. He punched him in the gut, and Taranza did purplish blood out of his mouth.
You!
Fine, I'll admit it was me. But I only did it because I got threatened by the murderer, said Taranza. This was shocking news to DDD, Magalore, and Mark. Then who is the real murderer? Asked DDD. I don't know, but I have a hunch. It's not safe for me to tell, so meet me at the junkyard tomorrow after school and I'll tell you everything, said Taranza.
Why is it not safe here?
End of chapter 13. Chapter 14, Losing at Love.
Aww.
When was this? This was updated May 14th.
Yep.
Oh my god, this was updated like 4 days ago.
Yep.
Oh, good thing he's still updating it. We need more of this.
Yeah.
DDD, Marks, and Magalore met Taranza at the junkyard and he was resting in his web like a ham-mock. Like this
Ham-mock.
spelled as 2 words, ham-mock.
Good.
Okay. He came down to talk to the three. Are you going to tell the truth, or do I have to beat it out of you? Said Magalore threateningly, like an angry pair of blue and yellow pliers. Taranza sweated a lot and nodded. I don't want this guy on me tail any longer, but I hope you can defeat him before he gets me or anyone else.
Goodness.
What suspects do we have to work with? Asked Marks as he took out his notebook. There are 3 I can think of. One that you all probably suspect. Kirby. DDD gasped. I always knew that puffball was a menace! Magalore crossed his arms. I know, me too. Who are the other 2? Asked Marks when he wrote down Kirby in the book. I don't trust Tough. Ever since Prince Fluff's death, he's been acting a bit strange lately. He didn't even cry about it. He almost looks like a zombie now, explained Taranza. But he did cry about Vandanity, noted Magalore. Nice, 12 is good.
Thank you.
Over 100 lines? I'm right here, but he did cry about Vandanity.
The last guy I think about is a kid named Burning Leo. I've seen him hanging around in shady places lately, like a criminal, said Taranza.
That's just a lion mini-boss. That's the fire lion mini-boss.
I remember. This is good intel, said Marks. I think I have an idea. Maybe the murderer isn't actually any of these 3. Not. What do you mean, not directly? Asked Magalore with his eyebrow cocked. I think we got ourselves a bigger issue than you realize, said Marks. Maybe the culprit is not even among us, but from an entirely different realm. Good assumption, said DDD. But if you were considering the multiverse theory, then where do we go from there? Marks smiled. We need someone with good experience on the door side of society. Luckily for you youngins, old Marks knows a few veterans. And so the next day came. Dedede went to school with his friends, because Mark said that there would be time to talk after the day's clubs. It was kind of a surprising day because Magalore finally came back to class. It appeared to Dedede his good word had given the egg-shaped mage a second chance. Oh, I see, because he had been expelled earlier.
Yeah, did you forget that he's expelled and homeless?
Yeah, no, that was a big deal. Now the whole gang was back together again, except for Prince Fluff, who was dead in Dedede's freezer. Why does he keep saying that?
Because it's still true.
And still funny. Knuckle Joe was really nervous about Magalore being back. You're kind of a horrible person. How do we know that you weren't actually the murderer? Said Joe. Magalore hated the accusation and was ready to punch Knuckle Joe hard.
I'll show you that I'm not a murderer!
I know. He just stopped in time when the teacher walked in. Thank goodness he didn't get caught in the violence, or else he would have been expelled a third time. Alright class, do your test today, then you can leave early to your club, said the history teacher, Mr. Curio. I didn't realize that was a man.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Mr. who?
Curio.
I don't actually know who that is.
I'm gonna Google
He's finally found a Kirby character I can't, like, recognize.
I'm sure you will once I search it.
Well, maybe, but, like, I'm just saying right away.
Here he is.
Oh, it's just a guy from the anime.
I really hate Mr. Curio, said the Dedede, and everyone nodded in agreement. Luckily, they all finished the test. Magalore didn't do very well and mostly cheated, but it was only because he was absent and wasn't able to hear the content over the unit. When the class ended, everyone left to go to their clubs. Magalore tapped Dedede on the shoulder.
How do you feel about that as a teacher?
I'm not going to comment. Make sure you keep a lookful eye on Tough, says lookful eye. I still don't trust him. Dedede agreed and went to the surprise club. He saw Adeline outside the door and looking very nervous.
Nervous?
I used to that because I mispronounced it. What is going on, Ad? Asked Dedede to his friend. Are you doing good in high school? Who says that? Are you doing good in high school? I love it. Good. Adeline made an angry face at Dedede. Dedede, I'm very stressed out about all the things that have to do with the murderer. Same, bruh. Same.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, it's a literal
Fuck!
murderer.
Ah, I was almost not dead.
Oh, I'm scared.
Where are you? Dedede, I'm very stressed out about all the things that have to do with the murderer. My brother and friends are trying to get everything sorted out. Everything's gonna be fine, said Dedede. I'm still so nervous. What if all your snooping ends with you getting killed by the murderer? Asked Adeline. Don't worry about me, Adeline! Shouted Dedede, but in a friendly way. I can't stop worrying! Shouted Adeline with rage in her voice. She hated how easygoing Dedede was being. Don't you know how much I care about you?
This is getting weird!
Dedede was shocked to hear this. Adeline, I did not know you cared about me. I do, Dedede. You're the first guy I ever met that I've ever grown such feelings for. I really, really like you. Adeline started crying. Don't you like me a lot, too?
Yes, he does.
Dedede was too nervous to respond to something like a love accusation.
A love accusation! Huh. Oh, crap!
No, you could get it up there.
Messed that up.
You just had to twist it a little bit.
I see.
You could have twisted it back up.
Now I know.
Get it all twisty.
I'm working on myself, man.
Twisty. Getting all twisty.
I am getting all twisty.
How's this 3-1 going?
It's going really poorly.
I was gonna say, where is it exactly? Now you made a cool 4-wide looking thing.
I'm always ending up building for Tetrises. No shame, though.
No shame.
No shame.
Comfort zone.
Comfort zone for the win. Wait, you're getting distracted.
I am. Because you're playing funny.
What's funny about this?
Hey, Master M. Nice to see you.
Hi, so good to see you. We were just reading more Kirby's high school. You want to recap what he's missed?
Somebody else got murdered.
Yeah.
Who was it? Prince Fluff?
No,
He was
we
already
yeah.
murdered.
No, it was Bandana D.
Bandana D got murdered.
It was very tragic.
And now, oh yeah, Adeline and DDD are having a fight because Adeline started crying. There's more crying.
More
Don't
crying.
you like me a lot too? DDD was too nervous to respond to something like a love accusation.
I do like it as a love accusation. I'm doing even worse than
Adeline was so annoyed by DDD's lack of confidence. Rash butt! She yelled at him and ran away crying.
Rash butt. Uh-oh, said Tough, as he and Lolo came out the door to find out what all the noise was. They saw Adeline run away crying. Mr. M. Oh lordy, I was waiting for that.
There's, yeah, that's what he said.
Wow. Dude, what have you done? Asked Lolo, still thinking about the murders. Dee felt so sad and looked up at the sky. I think I just lost my one shot at true love.
Oh no!
Chapter 15. The Dark Proposal. Drink some nice water. Everyone drink your water. Edith didn't talk much to Tuff and Lolo at the surprise club. I like that it's called the surprise club.
The surprise club is so good. I love that, like, concept.
Good luck going for the all clear.
Thanks. I messed it up though.
Oh, I'm sorry. There wasn't much to talk about anyway, since everyone was still pretty uptight about Bandana D's death. Master M downloaded Tetris 99.
Nice.
Yes, you do have to pay $5 a month to play it. Yeah, it's not really free. You have to pay Nintendo Online. Which I guess makes sense if you already play Smash or Mario Kart, but not if you don't do those ones. Yeah, Master M, I'm sorry. Okay. Tuff was also a suspect that Magalore highly considered, so Dizzy was a little uneasy conversing with him now. Can you imagine going to a high school where everyone suspects everyone else of murder? After the clubs, Dee and Magalore met up with Taranza in the gym, and the three went to Magalore's dumpster to meet Marks again. I had a bad day today, said Dee. I think I blew my chance to become boyfriend and girlfriend with Adeline.
Yeah, Marx's whole thing is devious plans, where he tricks everyone. So
it's true.
I'm thinking he is our prime suspect.
Yes. That's pretty bad, but my life is much more disastrous, boasted Magalore angrily. I lost my woman to a blue goofball.
True! That did happen.
That did happen. She seems pretty happy, though. Magalore was speaking about Tiff and Gooey's relationship because Tiff was formerly his girlfriend. I talked to her all day about getting back together, but she's too much in love with Gooey now, and I hate it. I hope the murdering finds him. That is a horrible thing to say, Magalore, said Taranza. Shut up, weakling, said Magalore to Taranza angrily. He's about to punch him. Don't act like I'm a bad guy for wishing ill upon my enemies, even though you pretended to take all the murderer's credit. This was true, and every time Taranza thought about this, he was ashamed. Everyone got back to Magalore's dumpster where he lived ever since his expulsion from high school. They met Marks, and Marks had a toothpick in his mouth. Okay, they met Marks, and Marks had a toothpick in his mouth. You, Marks, said Dee, and he high-fived Marks' hat. That's a really cool toothpick. It's always true to compliment your friends, especially when it's really cool. It can help set your mind when you have a relationship struggle with your significant other. Thanks for the advice, Wario the Table Man. Just what we needed today.
He said it's always true.
It's always true. It's always true. What are we doing today, Marks? Asked Magalore with his eyes direct. Marks smiled and flung his toothpick away from her. I'm gonna show you a real criminal today, and he'll help us catch the crook. Dee and Taranza gasped. A real criminal? They said questioningly at the same time. This was a scary new addition to their mission. Don't worry, I will protect you from harm, said Marks with a smile. Remember, I'm older and wiser than you three. But you aren't stronger, said Maxilor as he felt his own muscles.
Maxilor?
Magalor. Wait a minute, what does Magalor's muscles look like again? Does he have any?
Go ahead and look up Magalor.
He has...
He does not have arms.
Hands. He just has the floating hands. What are you with muscles? What muscles are we talking about? It was big because he worked out a lot and did criminal-like things. Wait, I thought Magalor didn't do criminal-like things.
He does criminal-like things. He is not a criminal.
Okay, got it. Marks led the three downtown, and they went to a really shady district that had wires all over it. It also had dark boxes, and guns, and broken cars with other criminals sleeping in them. This is awesome!
This place is great!
Wow, Dedede was about to puke because he was scared of the area he was in.
He was scared of the area that he was in.
Woo!
That's so good. Oh, it's so, like, to the point.
He heard a gunshot and gasped because Taranza was on the floor.
What?
Holy cow, Taranza got shot! Cried Dedede. Magalor and him rushed over to help him. Taranza got back up and breathed a sigh of relief. I think it just missed me and the shockwave just startled me, he said with shaky hands, not attached to anything. That's true. Taranza probably also has shaky hands.
Yep.
Let me look at Taranza.
Shaky hands.
Yep. Some interesting visuals for this. I thought I told you to stay close to me, called Marks from up ahead. I need you, or else you could really get bullet wounds.
Like, for real, and that's not a joke. Bullet wounds.
I'm glad I didn't bleed, said Taranza with a toothy grin. Everyone finally made it to the mysterious door. Marks knocked on it, and the slat at the top opened up to reveal sinister eyes. Who goes there? Asked the eye-haver. Oh, it's just you, Marks. You got a lot of nerve bugging us again. Fear not. I am here to help, not trying to annoy you, said Marks. Oh, for help. Said Marks with a kind of sassy tone in his voice. Dedede saw the door open and Marks went in. Marks was suspicious at first, but then changed his mind and invited the three younger high schoolers in. I don't know what this place is. Well, really high-pitched. Well, if it isn't Marks, said a voice at the table. There sat a roundish mouse with a red hat and red cape. He had very sharp claws and a glint of evil in his eyes.
Hold on, I know this guy's name. Doroch.
Good evening, Doroch, said Marks with his very annoying voice because that was just how he acts. Mind if I ask you for a little favor? Marks probably actually has like a high-pitched, creepy voice, like, good evening, Doroch! But I gave him this voice and it's too late now.
Well, he doesn't really talk.
It's true, he's just like a little clone dude. A favor? Doroch laughed. You're out of your mind if you think I'm lending you a hand, great boy. Not after last time.
That's fucking dumb.
Fourth
God
place.
Damn it. If I had cleared that a second later, I would have cleared all that garbage. Oh well.
I'm gonna try for the 3 wide again because 4 wide would push beyond.
Oh, Master M says I thought the versus the AI was free. Yeah, versus the AI is DLC, which is dumb.
It's kind of too bad that you have to pay to play online games on the Switch.
If you want Tetris and not specifically this mode, buy Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch. It's a really, really good game. It's got plenty of Tetris features, like solo Tetris features.
If you have Twitch Prime, they have a deal right now to make the online subscription a little cheaper, if that's something you are interested in.
It actually makes it free.
Oh. I didn't know that.
For real free. Okay. Where were you? Someone roaming the streets causing quite a ruckus?
A little bit before that,
Okay. Mind if I ask you for a little favor? A favor? Doroch laughed. You're out of your mind if you think I'm lending you a hand, great boy. Not after last time. No, Master M, we haven't seen it. I'm the kind of guy that kind of avoids trailers because I don't want to be like spoiled for stuff. I enjoy the surprise. I know it doesn't really matter with something like Mario Maker.
I think there actually might be something important that you need to know about Mario Maker, though. I think they're changing some of the ways they do stuff. There might be a couple things.
Master M says, well, I'll just tell you, you're in for a treat. Okay, go ahead. Let me know. What's the deal? What's the sitch?
His FTX was talking about it earlier. In passing. The situation. Bad things are happening.
Certainly are.
That didn't last long. You need to switch online for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marks giggled to himself as he remembered last time. He was both worried and curious about what entailed last time, but he maybe didn't want to know. How about a deal? Said Mark slightly. There's someone roaming the streets. There's someone roaming the streets, causing quite a ruckus. I'm guessing you've heard of him. Gosh, the news is right, said DeRoche worriedly.
DeRoche is like a mob boss.
Can you give me your best mob voice?
Gosh, I guess you're right.
It's too late, I gave Marks that voice. So he's been causing trouble on your side of Dreamland as well. He's a mouse voice.
Oh my god, somebody just suicided. Do you see that on the top right?
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Someone else did. Well, maybe they actually died though. One big new feature is Super Mario 3D World. That's heads up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Indeed. You stole the lives of some weary studs, actually, and we're here to bring justice. The Marks. Ah! Said DeRoche. As if you were doing this for an actual good cause, Marks. Marks grinned and turned-a-dee-da-dee. Of course. Business comes second, but family always comes first in the Marks household. Oh my gosh, you're right. This is not completed yet. I thought this was completed. But we're on chapter 16 and there's going to be more. I need to create a fanfiction just to review every single chapter. Okay, I'm gonna sign up right now, and then we'll read chapter 16. My username is gonna be Seraptus6. If you guys want to see what amazing fanfiction I post soon. None, by the way. I'm gonna go around reviewing stuff. Okay. Just take a second. I need review.
Oops. No! I've messed it.
Ooh, nice kills, my friend.
Thank you.
Whoa! Tons of new ways to customize the terrain and world, says Master M.
Okay. Figured that much.
That'll be fun to see.
Damn. People are messing me up.
They messing with you.
Absolutely.
So irritating. Okay.
Still dead though. Fuck.
Now we can review all of Wario the Tableman's chapters on Kirby High School. He doesn't have any reviews.
You can't review per chapter. Oh, really? Oh, you do review per chapter.
So we can go back and make a review for each one.
For each one?
Maybe we should just do on the 16th one. D2D Squeak Squad. So think about what we're going to post to Wario the Table Man.
Okay.
We need to find a nice... I like how this is rated T for dark themes. There's no swear words. There's only, like, violence that's off-screen.
There's murder.
Just very sweet. Most of them I love.
It was now Police Kirby. That was the best twist.
That was very good. Chapter 16! D2D Squeak Squad. D2D was so shocked to hear about Marx's plan last night. He learned that he had to work with the Roach and make dark things into the hunt. He and Maglor too. They had to find the murderer one way or another, even if it killed them. D2D was so stressed about the whole thing. The next day at high school, he just sat at his desk with his earbuds in and listened to Mo Mamba by Sheck Wes all day. It set his mind at ease when he listened to music like this. It made his pain melt away. D2D was not the only person worrying about joining the Squeaks. Magalore and Taranz are having similar problems. Master M says the UI is a lot neater, and it made it easier to make new enemies. Good. Just when you think you're not a bad guy, a murderer shows up and tricks you into joining a mouse mob, says the Halachondran.
The Halchondran.
Oh my.
As in person from Halchondra.
Okay. Is that Magalore?
Yes.
Taranza cried as he looked at his flower. I just hope we don't end up in big trouble. And there's globally new enemies.
Okay.
Cool. Then everyone heard a psst from outside. Only D2D, Magalore, and Taranza heard it. They thought it was Marx outside the window. They went outside, but instead of Marx, they met Kirby, still with the sword. D2D got mad, because since his previous life, he hated Kirby with a hot, fiery passion. Magalore and Taranza also hated Kirby, but only because they hated high school. Polio! Said Kirby, in a kind of serious way, but was still being cute. Master M says, couple new features. There's an on-off button. Won't tell you about it, but it opens a lot of possibilities. Ooh. I hope people get some really creative levels. I'm really looking forward to playing everyone's levels. Be good times. Ooh. Nice. Here we go, combo time. Oh yeah, definitely. People are gonna go crazy. They really captured the good aspect of 1 to make a dope 2. That's gonna be so fun. Yeah, the only reason that we stopped playing Mario Maker 1 is because we weren't getting new levels that were fun to play.
Yeah. It just became everybody's like, look what I can do.
Jumps.
Yeah.
And Alex likes platforming, but he likes regular challenging platforming, not you need to be a computer to play this. I can't understand his language! Or D2D. He was getting ready to leave. I can understand him though, shouted Taranza, and he spoke with Kirby to get the information translated properly. How can Taranza speak Kirby?
I don't know.
What did he say? Asked Magalore after the conversation finished. He said he had a run-in with the murderer last night and they fought. Kirby beat the murderer, but he escaped before Kirby had the chance to capture him, said Taranza. D2D gasped. That sounds like something Meta Knight would do! Meta Knight is the murderer? Said Magalore, shoutingly. Hey, oh, about a week to unlock everything, says Master M. Automatic. Levels are really cool though. I made one, and those aren't easy at all, said Master M.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, they're not easy to make, yeah. They take a long time.
Yeah, automatic levels aren't the kind we were talking about. We're talking about ones where it's just like, do the frame perfect, like, shell jump thing.
We did have some fun with some puzzle levels though. It's just that the puzzling system was already all decided before we got there. and there was just so many tricks we didn't know. We could learn them for 2. We'd have to learn all the ones that they learned in 1. They developed in 1. Although some of them might not work anymore.
She's just coming up with this as she goes along.
I am. I like puzzle levels, but we would need to learn how to do the puzzle levels. I like puzzles. You know the scroll levels, says Master M? Auto-scroller ones, or do you mean the automatic ones? Oh, Master M says, well, you can customize those to go wherever you want. Nice!
Oh yeah, you can make them go up and down. I saw that
Sorry, I gotta go.
in the announcement. I've been playing up here for a long time and I kinda hate it. I'm dead. Wow, I played on the top of the screen for so long though. Co-op and versus mode. A goal feature, you won't need to go at the end of the level, just collect coins and other stuff. Huh. That's neat. You'll be able to tag your level scroller. Well, that, yeah, that was already in Mario Maker, but it was in the website instead of like baked into the game. Didn't know that. Proof they changed that for the better. Yeah, they tested a lot of features and I think they really understood what worked, which is cool. Got targeted by somebody super hard. That sucks. It's releasing real soon as well, June 8th. Nice. Wow, that is really, really soon. Goodness. They must have been working on that for a while. Can't wait to play it.
Everything's going.
Good. Master M's posted a bunch more info.
Nice. You've taken another game. It's releasing really soon. June 8th? I thought it was 28th. Oh, maybe it's a pre-order. I'm trying to find it. It's being annoyingly hard to find. Yeah, it's gonna be June 28th. But I think we do need to pre-order it, right?
But why would we need to pre-order?
Because we get something like that.
Fuck! 290 finishes in a row.
I'm sorry. Here, you need a break.
No.
Yes, you do. But I want to play too.
I know, but I haven't gotten to play.
Let's see what the order is.
It's just a stylus.
Yes, the stylus. I think we should do that. It doesn't cost more to pre-order it, right?
Don't know.
Oh.
You're not saying words.
I can't find the purchase page with that pre-order bonus. Yeah. No matter. I will read some more Kirby High School. The last chapter we get. We'll have to watch that later, Master M. It'll be really exciting. Okay. Meta Knight is the murderer, said Magalore, shoutingly. Are you sure? Taranza then asked Kirby if DDD was right. Kirby nodded, and everyone gasped. Now they had to tell the police. Wait, we can't tell the police. The authorities are our new enemies, said DDD. Is that because we joined the Squeaks last night? Said Taranza. Yeah, so we can't tell no one about this meeting. Only Kirby can, said DDD. But only Taranza and Gooey can talk to Kirby, said Nagalore. He didn't remember how much he hated Gooey. This is bad. How will we avenge Fluff and Bandana D? Sweezen says, how's it going there, Red? Should I jot down a couple of subscriptions for you? Just tell me what pills you need and you can go pick them up tomorrow. Oh jeez, why is Sweezen offering us pills now?
I'm
nice.
Fine.
Nice kill. You're doing good at the 4-wide. I want some of those pills, says Master M. Jeez. We need to be more careful, said Marks as he approached the younger kid. Kirby gave him a suspicious look, because Marks was kind of a checker. A checker? I do not know what that means. We need more evidence, said Marks. We can't just trust Kirby no more, and he can't trust me. I think that was a double. You didn't remember that Kirby was on the list of murder suspects. Yeah, I agree with my big brother. Everyone also said yeah. Kirby was mad at the accusation, but trusted it because this was business. Sweezen says not even Sleeping Duke can be as inanimate as Red when he's focusing on Tetris. Impressive statuing. It's true. He's still as a stone. How you doing, Sweezen? It's good to see ya. Just hanging out with Master M talking about Mario Maker.
Alright, well the jig's up.
Just build for 2-wide. Wide is a strat. Anything's possible in Tetris. Master M says, I dare you to put your hand in front of his face for 5 seconds. I would only do that if it was a challenge in Camelot. Did we put up the Camelot? Yeah, we did.
It's visible.
Can't make me. It's showing the completed ones right now because there aren't any ones that he hasn't completed.
Yep, no bounties up for grabs right now.
Okay. Challenge on the chat. Same thing, says Master M. Nice try. Nice try. Okay. Why are you out so early, Marks? Asked D. It's a half day today, so I got out early. You scrubs didn't get a half day though, so you should get back to class, said Mark. Magno laughed about how bad he was. He was skipping school because he was an official mob right now. He really felt like Tiff was missing out on his attractive life. If you had a mirror for Magalor's heart, you could see so much energy that was made of his naughty spirit. That is quite the visual. I had to get back to class before someone run you in, said Marks. If the police find out about your lethargy. I think he's trying to say...
Run you through.
No. Well, that too. But for lethargy, I think he's trying to say...
Negligence?
The word for being a...
Negligent.
A bad kid. Like
delinquent?
Like delinquency, yeah.
But he says delinquent earlier.
Yeah, I'm not sure why lethargy is the word he keeps using.
Do you know what lethargy means?
Yeah, it means sleepy.
No, it means like laziness. To be lethargic is to be slow.
It can, but the two definitions are a lack of energy and enthusiasm. Suisun says, well, I'm sorry, Master. Those pills are specifically made for Red. They're a mix between cough drops and joint lubrication.
That reminds me of the brilliant combination. What is it? Combination deodorant and body spray? Or,
yeah,
no,
in The Good Place.
energy drink and deodorant, that's what it is.
Okay. Maybe it has a meaning somewhere else that I don't know about. Please find out about your lethargy. They might also find about your assimilation with the squeak, said Marks. Good point. Let's do school, said Dedede. He and his friends, Magalor and Taranza, ran off. Kirby turned to Marks. Boyo, he said, concerned. I'm not letting you outdo me this time, pink boy, said Marks. With that, he waddled back to the gym to shoot more hoops until clubs ended. Later that night, Dedede, Magalor, and Taranza arrived at the Squeak's hideout and came into the hideout. They showed off their ID cards as proof of their membership. Magalor also did a cool motion by sliding the card onto his back and up his other hand like a basketball superstar. He thought it was cool to be a real-life criminal, but not one that was pure evil. I see you did not chicken out, said DeRoche from his chair. He had his feet on the table like a rash knave. Now we need to get business done. Go to Kirby High School and gleep all the lemon bars from the cafeteria. Nice, fourth place. Good job. Look at those points. Nice.
Where? You pointed sort of just to the page.
940 points. Oh. Here we go. Streamer lost what? Not against most of the players.
Didn't lose, just didn't win. I see you did not chicken out, said DeRoche from his chair. He had his feet on the table like a rash knave. Now we need to get business done. Go to Kirby High School and gleep all the lemon bars from the cafeteria. Dedede was nervous about these crimes, but then realized he was the king, so he wouldn't get in trouble even if he was caught. He shook hands with DeRoche, as did the other two, and they all went out to do the dare. When Dedede, Magalor, and Taranza got to the cafeteria, they raided the fridge and got all the lemon bars.
Oh no.
Magalor ate a few because he was getting to criminal, but it was okay because he was a dumpster dweller. This is wrong, said Taranza. No, it isn't, reassured Dedede. I'm the king and I can still get whatever I want. All of a sudden, a spotlight shone from the ceiling and went straight on Dedede and his gang. Escargoon was manning the light. Gotcha! He shouted. Escargoon! Shouted Dedede back. You were so busted, dude, said Magalor. How could you? Escargoon was beginning to cry due to Dedede's bad attitude. He called the police and police showed up. Why did you do this? Asked the officer. Dedede sighed and told the truth. Because we joined the mob.
That's good.
I love that, like, Escargoon wasn't mad, he was just disappointed.
He really was.
Wait, just slide the eyepiece down the left and then move it to the right. And then you've got a perfect Tetris setup.
I was kind of going for a 2-wide though. 2-wides are fun. They're more flexible than 1-wides.
Okay, well that's the end of Kirby High School.
So far.
Yeah, that's what we got.
So we gotta
so
leave
far.
a review.
Okay.
I want to say thank you for bringing us so much joy to the Redhead-O-Rama channel. We look forward to every post you make. I'm hoping that you don't get murdered before the next chapters, but I couldn't say that. Kirby's the best.
I'm not writing any of what you're saying down.
I know that. Oh, that wasn't supposed to go there.
Well, you've got a D-spin set up there.
I would like to try again. Mistakes were made. Hitting point. I love getting points. All day I'm getting points. Points. All I do is win, no matter what.
Master M wants you to beat my score of 4.
No pressure. Okay. But you gotta be entertaining, or I'm going to try to be entertaining and get distracted.
Okay, well I'm writing my review.
Tell everyone about your review.
There's hair in my face. Okay. Pure hilarity the whole way through. You've brought so much joy to the Redhead-O-Rama channel once again. Very excited to hear more of this story. Master M's gonna go do a bit of homework. Be back in like 30 minutes.
Good luck.
Cool, man. See you in a bit.
Do that awesome homework.
Okay, let's go get some more Kirby. I need some more Kirby in my life. 2.3 thousand Kirby fanfics. Oh my god, there's one with 485,000 words. That's so many words? Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, this starts out so good. Alright. This one's called Toby Right Back At You. Should I read the description or just go right in? Can't talk. So serious. Okay. I hate Mondays. No, I'm not trying to quote my favorite orange cat. I legitimately hate Mondays. Why I hate them, you ask? Well, it has to do with the fact that it is always the start of a school day at the end of a relaxing weekend. Like any other teen, I would rather kick back and stay in bed. If you say otherwise, then you are lying and/or dead to me. Right now, I was currently in my bedroom in front of a mirror getting ready to school. He says right now and then immediately says was. I love silly stuff like that. Okay. Right now, I was currently in my bedroom in a front mirror getting ready for school. I am wearing a black and red checkered jacket with a white t-shirt underneath along with black jeans and white sneakers. Toby! I look away from the mirror and looked out the door of my room. Across the hallway is my mom, who was still in her pajamas. Nice little bit of fan service. Oh, she's really serious. She didn't even react to that. I said that just to get a rise out of her. Yeah, Mom? I replied. You better get going to school, dear, she said. You're going to be late. I look at my mom, confused. There's no way I'm already going to be late. Holy crap! I just looked at my alarm clock. It's 7:46 a.m. I am going to be late. How come you didn't tell me earlier? I said, quickly grabbing my black backpack. I bought you that alarm clock for a reason, Toby. Besides, I told you last night not to stay up so late. You know very well it was a school night. I grumbled to myself. Hate to admit it, but she did told me. Though, to be fair, I was pretty busy at the time. Then again, I don't think playing games all day would be considered as busy. Right, well, gotta go. See you, Mom. Try to have a good day, sweetie. Try. Like, I know it's hard, but just try. Yeah. With that, I give my mom a quick peck before running out of the house. Hopefully I can be able to make it before the final bell rings. I was wrong. I couldn't make it before the bell. When I arrived to my high school class, my stupid teacher literally spent 10 minutes explaining to me how tired they were of my tardiness. Even though it was only my second time being late this year. Anyway, I spent the whole class time doing some routine classwork. So boring! I already miss my bed along with my Wii system. Yes, I still have a Wii even though it's 2018. Deal with it. It actually says that. Nobody's on you for having a Wii, man. It's a good game console. Okay. Right now, it was near the end of first period as we all were packing up and getting ready for our next period. Yo, Toby. I look away from the window I was staring through and turn to the voice. In front of me was my close friend, Mary. She wore a black tank top with matching white shorts. Everyone in this universe dresses in black or white. She wore a black tank top with matching white shorts. She was a bit of a tomboy, but that's what I like about her. She also... there's no... Sometimes the other rotation button works better. I don't know why.
I wanted to be so bad.
You did really well. And you were super serious the whole time. And you earned us a bunch of points. I'm really proud of you.
Okay.
Did you want to please read some more of this?
Sure.
It's really good. This is a Kirby fanfiction. Here, we're at this paragraph right here.
But we're not Kirby, are we?
Just keep reading.
She also has long black hair with dyed blue streaks running down it. What you looking at? She says, smirking. Finally see your future girlfriend? I roll my eyes at her playfully. Sometimes Mary can be blunt, but she means well. You don't want to date her, I guess. Nah, I'm just looking at the mountains, I reply, looking back out the window. Though it's not going to last long. Soon we'll go back to listening to another 30 minutes of boring crap. Wow, aren't you the downer? I sigh. I'm sorry, Mary. I just hate Monday, she finished, bemused. Yes, I know, Garfield. Everyone knows that about you. You don't really hide it very well. Well, it's true. I want to go back and sleep in my bed. Life is not fair. Oh, lighten up, bucko. She lightly punches my arm. Ouch. Just give it another week and you'll be free from it all during spring break. Too long. I need my freedom. Whatever you say, drama queen. Mary takes a seat in front of my desk. Say, do you have that sketch I asked you for? My face brightens a bit as I nodded. I reached back and pulled out my sketch pad. On the front was a good-looking drawing of my favorite video game character, Kirby. I really like that little pink ball of joy, not to mention, he has one of the coolest powers there is, the power of copying his enemy's abilities. I would sell my soul for that kind of power. Oh no.
Foreshadowing.
Anyway, back on topic. I rip the drawn page and give it to Mary. I like how, because these writers don't really understand the whole show don't tell, they say things like, anyway, back on topic. It's so fanfiction-y. Like, there's nothing as quintessential fanfiction-y as writing something like that. Like, back to the story.
Really? But I fucked it up so fucking bad. Jesus. Where are we?
Anyway, back to the story.
I don't know where that is. Okay. Anyway, back on topic, I rip the drawing page and give it to Mary. Thanks, Toby, she said, putting the paper away. You know, why don't you ever stay after school and join the art club? You would be the best out there. I shuffle slightly in my seat. You know I don't like to hang out with the others. You are practically the only other person I talk to. Come on, Toby. You can't just talk to me for the whole school year. You can make other friends. Nope. You're irreplaceable, my fire flower, I say, smiling while pointing finger guns at her. She didn't find it funny, as she sighs. That strikes out even in its own fanfiction.
And she literally wants to date him.
Wait, she does? When did she say that?
Who would ever say, finally see your future girlfriend, and not want to date the person they're talking to?
So good. So good. Okay. Look, Toby. I'm not going to be here for you forever. Just a couple more months and I will be graduating. Then you would be all alone here in this dump. I dropped the gun fingers. They were finger guns earlier. Oh no, they were gun fingers. I read it wrong. He types gun hyphen fingers. Okay. I dropped the gun fingers and lay my head down sighing. Mary was right. She was a senior and I was a sophomore. During my junior year, I was What? I guess sophomore is after junior in this universe.
This person might not know how high school works.
Maybe. During my junior year, I was pretty alone before I met Mary. She was actually the one who got me into Kirby games. We would play for hours in co-op on my Wii system. Mary, Before I could speak, the bell suddenly rings as our other fellow classmates started leaving the room. Mary gets up before picking up her backpack. We can talk later. If you want, I can come by your house after school. We could hang out then. I give a small smile. I would like that. Well, there goes another terrible Monday. Okay. Well, there goes another terrible Monday. I spent the whole day doing even more work. What was so important about salt anyway? Stupid science class. The only good time of the day was when lunch period started. I spent most of that time sketching more drawings of whatever. It would be a detailed tree, some anime, and a couple of Pokemon here and there. Anyway, I was currently walking my way home while carrying my homework fill backpack. I've got to say, there is more homework than usual today. I'm guessing that there is a test of some sort coming. I wouldn't know, because I barely pay attention in class. I really hope there isn't a test, I thought to myself. Sometimes, I wonder if there really is a point in— Ouch! I was interrupted from my thoughts when I felt something hit me on the forehead. It actually hit me so hard that I fell backwards and hit the sidewalk. Ah, fuck me, I hissed. After rubbing my slightly bleeding forehead, I get up and look around for whatever asshole that has thrown the rock at me. I was really mad and was about to kick the rock on the ground. However, I seized my advance as I got a good look at the stone. To my confusion, it was shaped like a star. It was even colored yellow. Curiously, I picked up the baseball-sized stone and looked around. Hello? I looked around my surroundings and saw nobody around. My attackers were probably long gone by now. I grumbled to myself before looking back at the star. While I did not have a reason to keep this little yellow stone, it still looked cool. I was just about to continue my journey home when all of a sudden— Help us! I hear a soft voice. It sounded female and quite elegant, if I must say. I look around again to see nobody around. Hello? I called out. Is there someone there? If this is a joke, then it's not funny. Save us! The mysterious voice spoke again. Save us? Save whom? From what? Who or where is this chick? What is going on? Though I didn't get my answers, as I was met with silence. Just when I was about to run home while questioning my sanity, I felt something warm. I looked down at my hand and stared in awe. The star stone I was holding was the one getting warm, but that's not all. It was glowing. Freaking glowing! Freaking glowing, dude. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was going on. Should I just leave it or take it? I was too freaked out to make a real decision. And decided to throw the damn thing away in panic. I am not having any of this, I yelled as I turned and started running down the street. Whoosh! I suddenly heard something from behind. I turned around to check, and what I saw made me scream in panic. Coming straight towards me at high speed was the starstone I had thrown earlier. Only this time, it was fucking big. Like it was as big as me. How is that possible? Help, somebody! I cried out. Once again, there was nobody out in the street. Where is everybody? Well, my question didn't matter as I tripped over a crack on the sidewalk and fell over hard. I groaned in pain before sitting up. Though the moment I did, I wish I hadn't. The last thing I saw before my vision went was a large star coming right at me at full speed. Beep. 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 Oh, with a little squiggly. Oh, shut up. Beep. 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 Oh, for crying out loud. Shut up already! I shouted as I finally opened my eyes. Only now my eyes opened even wider in both shock and surprise. I was inside some sort of dome. Outside of said dome was a pitch-black void with a couple of white dots in the distance. Though when I looked down, I saw a blue layout of screens, some buttons, and some sort of steering wheel. What the hell is all this? Where am I? I screamed in panic. Beep, beep, beep. There's that beeping again. What was it? I looked to my right and saw a particular screen display. On screen was a large text that said in red, Warp. Warp, I say to myself. What does it mean, warp? Click. It appears I've gotten my answer as these hidden panels on both of my sides, started to close upwards over my dome.
Can't reach.
Congrats on top 10.
Thank you. I want to be better.
We are here with panels on both sides. know, me too.
I want sushi. I had donuts first. I want.
What about sushi donut?
Yeah. It appears I've gotten my answer as these hidden panels on both of my sides start to close upwards over my dome. Soon enough, everything turned dark inside my pod, or something. The only thing that was keeping light was the warp screen that was still flashing red. Okay, I said steadily, steadying my breathing. Let's not panic. I'm sure that everything will be alright. I was proven wrong when everything started to shake violently. I was tossing and turning as I started hitting every corner of the pod. However, after a few moments of non-stop shaking, the pod finally relaxed as the panels opened up. My eyes were spinning as I shake my head. The verb tenses are driving me nuts. Use correct verb tenses. Alex got an all clear. How are you still getting garbage? Guess someone else got an all clear.
Yeah, I'm being attacked by multiple people. Multiple assailants.
Multiple assailants. Oh, okay, never want to do that again. After a few moments of straightening out, I regained my composure. Though I gasped at the sight I'm seeing. The once empty black void of space was now filled with so many colors of beauty. There were so many stars, a Milky Way, and other space stuff that I don't know what it was called. Now I wish I had listened in science class.
Callbacks!
Science class. Gasp! Suddenly, everything came back to me. I remember I was walking home when the starstone thing hit my forehead, and somehow I'm inside this pod. What is going on? I asked myself softly. Okay, now isn't the time to panic. Again, let's survey the situation. I take another look at my surroundings. I was indeed inside some kind of a space pod that looks like a star. Now that I've gotten time to look. If I was in space, I was in space if the pod was cool enough. Alright, now the only question remains. How do I get home? There's something I would like to know. I want to go home. Where is home? I'm all alone out here in space. To be honest, it was really scary. How much air is in this pod? Am I going to die out here like this? I can already feel tears starting to form in the corner of my eyes. The verb tense change is literally making me nauseous. No, I got to be strong. I'm going to make it through this. I'm not just going to throw in the towel. I'm going to get back home with the last thing I do. So after cleaning myself a bit from my earlier episode, I went to work. Okay, so that huge swirly thing in front of me is the Milky Way. If I remember correctly, that means I'm a great distance away from Earth. That is not true!
Well, he said he never listened.
True. I guess if he's like looking for the Milky Way really, really far away, then yes. Although we can see the Milky Way in the night sky because we are near the outer edge of the galaxy. So maybe that's what they meant. Anyway. All I have to do is just use this thing to fly back. I narrow my eyes. Though I'm not sure if that makes any logical sense, but it's all I got. Now, how do I fly this thing? He recognizes the
Update.
futility.
It does not.
I look at the controls in front of me. I'm honestly way over my head when it comes to driving. Heck, I failed at getting my driver's permit back home like 4 times. Well, this kind of looks like the game Flight Simulator. How hard it can it be? I reach out to take hold of the wheel. Well, I tried to anyway. For some reason, I couldn't reach the controls. I thought this guy only played games on the Wii system.
On the Wii system?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do like how much you like the Wii.
Yeah, he's like staunchly defending it. Like, yeah, I have a Wii in 2018. Like, deal with it.
I have bad news for you, pal. That online shop ain't gonna be around. I tried to take hold of the wheel. Well, I tried to anyway. For some reason, I couldn't reach the controls. What the hell? What's wrong with me? Why can't I? Nice.
Dang, I wanted you to read this part. Because I already know what happens. I stopped talking when I saw my hands. And by hands, I mean short, round, pink
He's
stubs.
curvy!
What the fuck?
Language!
Don't ask. Don't yell at me. Apologize.
Sorry for yelling language at you.
I forgive you.
I'm gonna get banned from Twitch.
I'm sorry. I pushed you out of anger. Now I'll push you out of love.
I win.
After a whole 15 minutes of having another panic attack, I was back to myself again. This person doesn't know what panic attacks are. Incorrect decision. I was back to myself again. Well, not myself as in me, but as apparently someone else, and that someone is Kirby. Tweeson says, I'm with Sriracha on this one. Language Red, you should know better as a superstar stream host and all. Shame. Well, look, I gotta accurately represent this art, okay? I'm not here to censor this art. So,
I am.
Somebody made this art, and it's not my responsibility, nor is it my, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not in my rights to censor this person's art. If they wanted to write the 4 letters F, and then U, and then C, and then K, and have it pronounced that way in their art, who am I to say that should not be in the art?
A Twitch streamer. That's who you are.
Sweeson says Red talking his tongue into knots again. Whatever, Sweeson. I'd talk as good as you if I got to, like, backspace things before I said them, too. Just gonna make an enemy out of everybody today.
You're done. Like you can write as well as Sweeson. I have a bachelor's degree and I can't write as well as Sweeson.
Yeah, well, because you aren't a bachelor. It's fake.
What?
It's fake news. You're not a bachelor.
You're a special person.
Okay. No, I'm not joking. I am legitimately being honest here when I say I am a pink copycat alien blob that is Kirby. What's a backspace this weekend? That's the first key I bend off of the keyboard and give to my neighbor's dog to bury in their backyard. That's bold. You better start making those Tetrises or you're gonna die. Wow, I'm sorry it's giving you all of these S&Z pieces. That was mean. Anyway. I was both surprised and a bit overjoyed by the sudden development of this situation. I have not only been put into space, but now I am in the body of my favorite video game character. While it was exciting at first, now I'm getting worried. If I have body swap with the little pink hero, does that mean I'm in a whole different universe or reality? From what I remember when playing those Kirby games with my friend Mary, there is no Earth to go to. There was the famous Popstar and other planets, but that's not where I need to go. There's gotta be some sort of map of some kind. I mean, if Kirby was traveling around in this spaceship, then he has got to have some sort of navigation. I started fiddling with the screens and buttons until finally something came onto one of the screens. I was right, there was some sort of GPS. It showed a long row of planets all labeled alphabetically. It's not a GPS. What do you mean? What do you mean alphabetically? Sweet. This will be much better than traveling blind into space. I swiped the screen like a tablet and scrolled down the list. Though once I've passed the E section of the list, I was sad. Guess Earth is a no-go. Try Terra. You don't know if it's listed in English. You gotta try like Terra.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna tell me what to do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shush you. I thought you were gonna tell me what to do.
No, I was gonna say you gotta try like Terra or Gaia or like all these other names
I agree.
for Earth, because like They might not happen under, like, the most current language.
Oh.
You're actually doing really well. And that's all I'll say about that. Hey there, Cindy. We're reading some more fan fiction. Ah, damn it, I cursed. Guess I'm gonna have to go with the second choice. I continued to scroll down the list until finally I come across the one I'm looking for. Alright, looks like we're going to Popstar. The planet itself was ironically the exact shape of a star with 2 rings around it. I tap on the planet and soon an option showed. Accept, decline. I tap accept. Manual, autopilot. I tap autopilot. Might as well play it safe. Besides, I still don't know how to fly a spaceship. Anyway, the pod shifts a bit before proceeding to head toward the direction of my destination. Well, guess that'll do, I say as I adjust in my seat. Might as well catch a few Z's while I wait. With that, I close my eyes as I slowly make my way into Dream World. Now I see why Kirby likes to sleep very often. It's so relaxing. Beep, beep, beep. Oh my god, really? I groggily open my eyes and give a yawn. I was just dreaming about apples for some odd reason, but I wasn't complaining. Anyway, I look out the dome to see what was the ruckus, and my eyes widen. I have finally reached my destination. It was the famous planet Popstar. It was quite a sight to see. I could imagine so many astronomers wanting to take a look at this. I did a little Kirby squeal as I shake in excitement. I can't believe it. I'm actually here. This is so going to be fun. Nothing can ruin this moment. Bang! It seems that this world's universe want to toy with me and prove me wrong. The ship shook for a moment as something had collided with it. Confused, I look further ahead and my eyes widen once again, but in fright this time. Heading towards me was a couple of meteors. Like a couple of meteors. A couple of meteors. Okay, that is something I want to avoid. I yelp as a small piece of meteor hits the glass. It didn't give a crack, thank God. But I don't want it to happen again. I look to the screen and it shows that I've reached my destination, thus giving me back control. Alright, long hours of gaming. Let's see if it did pay well. He's talking like Boffle now. Don't be discouraged. You beat my score.
I did. I wanted it so bad, it was going so fast.
And you leveled us up and got us over 1,000 points.
Yay.
We're at, alright, long hours of gaming. Let's see if it did pay well.
After quickly testing the wheel with me dark pink foot, I was able to get into motion. It started out a bit rough with the smallest bits of meteor. However, I was able to dodge the big ones easily. There were a couple other close calls, but I managed through. Once the whole ordeal was over, I looked back to see the last of the space rock speed further and further away from me. Ha ha! I did it! I cheered. I heard enough again, says Cindy. It's definitely very silly. Very silly stuff. We're going to be playing a little bit of Jackbox later. I think I would like a lot of Jackbox today. Probably some Drawful, probably some Patently Stupid, probably some TKO.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna get popular doing this,
popular. We should start out with free, or we could do nice first. Well, nice first cities for the very end. We'll do some mad cities.
I was gonna say we need to. Tetris things.
I understand. I'm completely silent. That's the only way I'm any good at this. You actually commentate.
Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta do the ones where we have the powers. The powers of censorship.
Indeed, we do.
So, Brothel.
Well, Drawful, you have to actually draw the correct thing to lose.
Honey. You think they care?
True. Guess we have to play 3 and 5. But we could buy 4. How much does 4 cost? Jackbox 4. What games does it have? Jackbox 4. Oh, hi 11FTX!
Hey 11!
We were thinking about buying Jackbox 4 because we think we should play games that have streamer power. Has Fibbage 3. Fibbage is fun. Monster Seeking Monster, which I want to play.
Really?
Survive the
makes
Internet.
No sense.
Racketeering, and Civic Doodle.
Surviving the Internet is, I've heard, a good one.
Okay, it's 40% off right now. Monster is good because dating is fun, says FTX. It's also $14.99. Heck, you were right about it being cheap. Should we buy it? 15 buckaroonies. It's up to you, my dear.
Yeah, why not?
Adding to cart. Then we can play like 3 for an hour, 4 for an hour, and 5 for an hour. Take your time. Okay. I got 83rd place in this round, says FTX. Oof. Oofy boof.
I'm very sorry.
Alright. We might even start off with 4 today. Be good. Good times. We'll still play 2 sometimes. Just not as much. You gotta be careful. Alright, sorry, I should go back and read more fanfiction. Man, that was really close. For a second, I thought I would... Oh, drat! I turned myself forward just in time to see a really big meteor come for me. In my panic, I tried to steer away from the huge rock, but it was too late. In case you're wondering what we're reading, the premise is teenage boy turns into Curry. 2, 3, and 4 are my faves, says FTX. Well, that's perfect! Sounds good to me, says FTX.
It's a fantastic piece of literature, and we're all the richer.
We're definitely gonna have to review it afterwards. Give them a nice thank you for making us laugh. They deserve that. You're rocking it. How did you get to 12 so fast? The games I've been playing, like, people survive for freaking ever. Anyway, that's what it feels like. I turned myself forward just in time to see a really huge meteor coming for me. In my panic, I tried to steer away from the huge rock, but it was too late. The huge rock caught into the right side of my starship and I was sent spinning out of control. Ah! I screamed as I was closing the distance between me and the planet destination. Soon enough, more text showed up on the screen. Entering planet atmosphere, engaging heat-resistant panels. With that said, the panels closed over the dome around me again. It was dark like before. Oh, not this again! Soon enough, the whole thing started to shake violently. Like before, only worse. I could even feel it getting warm inside the pod. Boom! There was a really loud boom that sounded off. If I weren't mistaken, I just broke the sound barrier. I would have been thrilled if it weren't for the fact that I was plummeting like 10,000 feet, literally, from space.
You know, I thought that, like, not liking science class was going to be like a personal thing, like this author doesn't like science class. But after reading this, I think it's just so that he doesn't have to question, like, all these unscientific things happening.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that kills me.
Nice job! You rocked it. Look at all those points. Third place. You must get a special bonus for being in the top 3.
Sorry, where? Crash! Well, sounds like I've made touchdown, though it didn't stop there. After crashing into more things and possibly some creatures that were unlucky enough to get in my way, I finally came to a complete stop. Man, what a ride. Hopefully I don't have to fall like that again for a while. I already have enough excitement for one day. Anyway, I look around in the dark pod and found something on the screen. I look around and found something. Verb tense is important. Your story makes no sense if you won't give us a—
Now, we must be gentle. Teach him the correct use. I think the main thing is that they probably just don't edit their fanfictions after they make them. Sorry, I was not concentrating hard enough this time, I guess. Did not do well.
Why? Why wouldn't you put that in the stack and help yourself not die?
That'd be too easy.
Why do you choose to gain power? There we go. Deciding to murder you. Wow, okay, we both have problems. You can't concentrate on the game and I can't concentrate on the fiction.
We all got problems, man.
Eleven says, I want this dang theme, but I only have 20 points. Well, you have until midnight Pacific on Sunday to make it happen. All you gotta do is win the game once.
Wait, really?
Winning gets you 100 points.
Oh. Hope they introduce more prizes.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like this is the beginning. They're sort of introducing a system here.
It's very nice, because if you play decently like us, we get to, like, earn cool stuff. That's fun. And FTX can totally get it.
Yeah, it's within her grasp. Absolutely.
You got it. You got it, girl.
You go, girl!
You go, girl!
Girl!
Grill.
Oh my god, what was it? We were playing a Jackbox game,
Realize now that saying playing decently like us sounds condescending, but I mean that we don't play very well. We're not the... what are the main Tetris 99 streamers again?
Wumbo.
Wumbo. We're not the Wumbos of the world. They're very good. Wumbo is very cool. I approve of Wumbo. I bet he won the Maximum Cup.
Yeah, do you think so?
I don't know if we ever revealed whether he did or not.
Pretty sure he did.
Really?
There were guys that won the first Maximus Cup with like 4 wins.
Really?
Yeah.
But only 1,000 winners are picked, right?
From North America. It's regional.
Yeah, but there's like millions of players. But I guess there really aren't that many Wombos. I was thinking of Puyo Puyo Tetris and how many people are just ungodly good at that.
We might actually be that good now.
You might be. Where are we?
I already have enough excitement for one day. Top of the page.
Anyway, I look around the dark pod and found something on the screen. Open panels? Yes. No. I tapped the option to open the panels. Sure enough, I fell out of the starship and onto the earthly soil. I tried to get my head straight for my exciting ride when I felt something pick me up by my feet. Seems like first contact was a go then. I was then turned around and dropped back on the ground. I rubbed my eyes before seeing who or what was present with me, though I was taken by surprise by who it was. In front of me was one of Kirby's infamous enemies, King Dedede and Escargoon. However, that's not all.
We're doing the anime universe.
Okay. There was also Lololo and Lalala. They were one of the mid-bosses from Kirby Superstar. They floated over the two villains of Dreamland. Next, I see a small crowd of, to my surprise, Cappies, mushroom-like foes from the game series. Last group on the list is some people with yellow skin. To be honest, I never You okay?
Got fucked up.
There was what looked like a couple. One was a lady wearing a lavender dress with a silly-looking hairstyle, while the other was a man wearing a purple vest with an orange bow tie. He had the haircut that an old noble would have, with a big mustache as a finishing touch. Next to them are what appears to be their children, both a boy and a girl. The girl had blonde hair that was tied in a ponytail. The boy had shaggy green and orange hair that covered half his face. There was one thing that I thought at that moment. Whoa.
Good thought.
Unfortunately, the moment had to pass as the large royal penguin and snail started to speak. Looks like an alien invader, King Dedede said.
King Dedede has a southern accent. That's not a joke.
Okay.
Looks like an alien invader! Like that.
Oh my gosh. I'm so bad with voices. This is a really good forest snack. I'm very jealous. Have your way in, please. You should start with the block. Do it. You're waiting to get more attackers, or what?
No, I'm waiting because I was trying to figure out if I could continue it and I could not.
Nope.
Oops.
Happens. I am sorry. Why don't you take a break?
Why? No, come on! You had such long turns!
I don't want to play. A man named Florida Man defeated me, says FPX. Goodness gracious.
Oh, she got 21. Nice! That's actually, that's gotta be a lot of points.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on. Stuff like that, when the game instantly ends, I don't make you give it up when that happens.
That's true.
Be fair.
Fine. Okay. How do I do a southern accent?
Do it. Take it.
No, I feel bad. How do I do a southern accent? I like this chippy music instead of FPX.
Look up
Southern
examples.
accent.
No. Don't look up that. Look up, like, King Dedede from the anime.
King Dedede, southern accent.
Okay. No, that's a little bit too specific. We were looking for... There.
I never owned a book with the author's own handwriting scribbled on it. That's hard. Looks like an alien invader,
Perfect.
King Dedede said. Mash it with your mallet, as Cargoon declared. I did not know DDD did animes. This is FDX.
Oh yeah, DDD actually takes over the anime at some point, and it becomes the King DDD right back at you.
That's pretty fun. Sorry for the yawns. I might thinking about how much it's worth to me to get sushi today. I'm thinking seriously about it. Many serious thoughts. Wait, what? Just as DDD was about to pound me to oblivion, the girl blocked his way. Wait a second. Let's see what it is. Thank you, Missy. That's literally our main character's thought. The girl proceeded to get a little closer to me as she put her hands on her hips. Are you a space alien? I sat there, not knowing what to say. Kirby never spoke in the games. Then again, first time for everything. So what's stopping me? Well, technically yes, I'm an alien in a way, I said sheepishly. She flinches along with some of the crowd. They probably didn't expect me to speak English, or speak at all for that matter. The girl regained her composure as she spoke once more. It's gotta be impossible, but your name wouldn't happen to be Kirby? I hesitantly replied. Well, yeah, that's my name. I am in fact Kirby. When I said that seemed to put them off. The Yellowskin family all had mixed comments about me. Ah, that's Kirby, the Star Warrior? But he's so pink! But for some reason, I'm getting the feeling that they had heard of Kirby before, and if I'm guessing, they're expecting some noble knight in shining armor or something. Gee, sorry for not being the prince of your dreams. Plus, what's wrong with pink? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Another thing though, what the heck was a Star Warrior? I don't remember that from any of the series. Before I could say anything else, King Dedede suddenly sprang from his spot and pinned me down to the ground with his foot. Tried to struggle to get free,
I can't fucking get anything
but his sheer
started.
weight and size gave him an advantage. He seized this as he gave a chuckle. Might need to take a break from Tetris. It's a very demanding game.
Mom. Oh, damn it.
You did suggest playing against each other, which might be. Because we can do Kuyo.
Ooh.
Let's do that after this round. Does that sound good? Challenge.
Okay.
Wait, we don't shake.
We don't shake yet. Unless you want to agree on some terms.
That death noise scares me every time Zeph gets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh. Gross, I hate it. Plus, what's wrong with pink? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Another thing though, what the heck was a Star Warrior? I don't remember that from any of the series. Before I could say anything else, King Dedede suddenly sprang from his spot and pinned me down to the ground with his foot. I tried to struggle to get free, but his sheer weight and size gave him an advantage. He seized this as he gave a chuckle. Some warrior, Dedede says as he raises his big mallet. Now stand back, this boy's going into orbit. Oh, this is going to hurt, isn't it? No, please don't! The girl cried out. Nice try, Missy, but that ain't gonna work. Or, with that, the big oaf swung his hammer right in my face of all places and sent me flying into the air. What the heck? That was the last thing I said before plummeting down a nearby cliff. Author's notes. Hello everyone, if any of you readers have visited this story, then I would like to say thank you for checking it out. Now, I would like to make it clear that this is not a self-insert. This is just the POV of my OC, Toby, who happens to be 17 years old in case you're wondering. At first I thought I would have Toby here know or at least heard of the anime series of Kirby Right Back At You. However, I think it would be interesting if he went in blind. Well, not completely blind. He does know about Kirby from many games up till today. Nice KO. Other than that, he will have to adapt and try to play as the hero of Dreamland he was forcefully volunteered as. Now, you are all wondering, who sent him in the first place? Who was that woman he heard when he found the Warp Star? Well, you all will have to find out on the next chapter. Well, that's all the time we have. See you next time on Toby Right Back At Ya. There are 19 chapters, and that was chapter 1.
Are you happy with that choice of fanfiction? It was pretty cute.
I stand by it. I think it was great.
It was good.
I think it was perfect for our needs. It was decently long. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't think that's what you meant to do.
Let's try a different tactic. Why don't you just, like, go ahead and tell me what to do and, like, cheer for me or whatever. And we'll just see if it works.
Okay, here we go, Rain. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. This is the dream now. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Can you feel it working? That beautiful Tetris noise. So good. Eleven says they're coming out with a really pretty see-through blue controller for the Switch that I want, like the Pro controller. Nice. I never bought a Pro controller because they're too much monies for me.
How much money, oh? I didn't. Oh, I had. You didn't chant. That was the problem.
I stopped chanting and
It's
got
okay. Let's go head to head. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Everybody wants this and having fun.
So I went to this person's profile. Person's name is Ender Pony Master.
It's a good name. All of his are rated teen.
And he has Toby Right Back At You, and he has Powerpuff Squad movie. What if the professor had made a son before he decided to make the girls? Well, come on in and see as my OC Toby joins the adventure with his new little sisters. Rated T for mild cursing. The themes he's listed are adventure / hurt / comfort.
Pretty sweet.
I'm scared. I want to see the reviews for Toby Right Back At You. Guest reviews saying, hey, can Toby become human for a day and fight with weapons and pull a Duke Nukem one-liner and he spills out the word fuck? Oh, have Toby teach Tip the birds and the bees in the school episode.
You know.
Broom Boy reviews saying, you better be sorry. But good chapter regardless. Keep it up, dude. wait.
No, we gotta play Puyo Puyo now. I'm gonna play another round otherwise.
Hold on. Awesome concept. Boy, I can relate to that. I also hate Mondays as well, says Kirby Pones 1234. The start of the prison called school. Anyway, awesome idea for someone being trapped in Kirby's body. Jet in Moon X has a very simple review. Said, I thought this was gonna be bad. Best thing.
It. Best thing? Best thing for you? Did you look at the blue controller?
No, oh. Heal Frost, look at that. Nice. May the best girl win, says 11.
We all know who best girl is.
Of course it's Tiff. Or is it Adeline? You always build for Tetrises, but you never use the eye blocks to make a Tetris. Yeah, that was really good. Susan said, Red, your chanting reminds me of something. Just yesterday, I was sitting behind my computer and my 5-year-old son was sitting in the living room sofa and watching something. Suddenly he starts singing in some eerie melody. You shall not throw hammers. You shall not throw hammers, in Swedish though, straight out of nowhere. And I was like, huh? With chills running down my spine. But in retrospect, he might have been playing a Mario game and came across one of those hammer tossers, but it was weird as hell to hear it first. Like he had been throwing hammers in kindergarten or something. Oh man.
That makes me so happy.
No, Sweeson, didn't you hear about their new anti-hammer throwing unit in school? They gotta teach the kids not to throw hammers now.
Big problem.
Kids have been throwing hammers and messing each other up.
Thou shalt not throw hammers.
You shall not throw hammers. That's so funny. All of these reviews are just like so wholesome. They're just like, awesome chapter, I can relate. Like, great story so far.
That's really sweet.
Okay, here we go.
No.
Serious Granade, which has done like a million reviews. Like seriously, this guy's all over the reviews page. Says, oh yeah, that chapter? I have to say I cringed a bit when I was watching the part with the Kirby puppet, and the whole mind-controlling scheme wasn't something I enjoyed the most, but I still like this chapter. Also, I feel sorry for Toby getting busted by the end like that. Just goes to show that crime isn't worth it. At least he has a music station now. I only hope he won't destroy others' eardrums. I know how devastating microphone Kirby can be at times. Wink.
It's so precious.
Oh man, this guy's got problems with the story so far. Ready? So I get that Toby's going in here blind, but Escargoon is an anime-only character. He makes a cameo appearance in one of the Mass Attack minigames, but other than that, he's exclusive to Kirby Right Back At You. So how would Toby know that Escargoon is one of Kirby's most infamous enemies? Although I'd say there's a long line of characters who'd take that role before him. If he doesn't know about the anime. Only thing I can think of is if his friend pointed this fact out that Escargoon existed in Mass Attack. But then, how would he know about Shiverstar from Kirby 64? How wouldn't he know about Shiverstar from Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards? Looks like a frozen over Earth. But aside from that nitpick, the story seems fine. Can't say I've ever heard of a human taking over Kirby's role before. This guy... He have big problems. He needs this story to be consistent. That's a nice little, like, totem pole that you made there.
Cry.
It looks real good. Yeah. Oh, wow. What? I thought that was going to be impossible. Oh no, greed! The greed.
And now we can play with it.
11 says, you defeated me, I got 31.
Oh,
You made the best girl win.
Best girl. Yo! Let's fight.
One of the reviews is from Squiddy Splatwell.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. You go do the...
Can we see Wario the Table Man's reviews?
Sure. Hope they're all nice.
I hope they are too. Hold on. Kirby High School
I will
reviews.
destroy you all, says Mason.
Oh my god. Marindino Milano has like so many reviews. Like he is spamming this guy's page with one-word reviews. Sweet, nice, nice, interesting,
nice.
Interesting chapter, interesting, nice. One of the reviews is just Poyo.
Boyo. Boyo.
Okay, I'm gonna have to change the monitors.
Depending on what's coming up. If not Jackbox, then I'll keep being rather kind-mannered. Oh yeah, Sweesen's ready to destroy people in Jackbox. We got fourth! So now we own every single Jackbox.
We gotta do some versus Tetris.
Yeah.
So we will be right back. BRB in like 2 seconds.